guys, I'm Jasmine, and occasionally I do hygiene product reviews alongside of doing dating drama advice, as well as food reviews, content creator vlogs, and many of other things. Today I am bringing you guys a review. This brand actually reached out to me and said that I could give my honest opinion, both positive and negative, which is great because I'm always going to be honest when it comes to this product reviews. So today I'm going to be reviewing Nodor Odor Blocker, and it is unscented in a invisible cream, and it is a soothing formula for all day wear. Now, I've never heard of a deodorant being an odor blocker by their words. Obviously, I've never seen that before. Now, I will say as a disclaimer, I have never tried an unscented deodorant before. Normally, I like to stay away from unscented deodorants. I usually do like to have some sort of smell just because it makes me feel safe when it comes to going throughout your day-to-day life and not having to worry about the scents that could arise within sweating and moving about. But yeah, this is unscented, and if you guys are new here, I do 24-hour, 1 week, as well as 1 month reviews for deodorants. So I did a 24-hour test run of Nodor Odor Blocker, and I'm gonna share with you guys my experience, if it was actually helpful within blocking the odor pretty much. So it says in the directions, apply generously to the underarm. Use immediately after showering for 24-hour odor control. It also has a sunburn alert. It says this product contains a polyhydroxide acid that may increase your skin sensitivity to the sun, and particularly the possibility of sunburn. Use sunscreen, wear protective clothing, and limit sun exposure while using this product and for a week afterwards. So it's good to know because sometimes I do wear tank tops and stuff, so I don't want to get burned out there. It says it's stain free and aluminum free, which we love. And this is also a product that is found on Amazon, so I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to try it. But yeah, let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the applicator looks like, which I greatly appreciate. If you guys saw I did a Shea Moisture deodorant review. I did not like that cream applicator. Cream deodorants can be a hit or a miss, but this is what it comes out like, and then it just rubs on like a cream like this, so it almost looks like lotion. As far as smell goes, how do I explain this? Because it doesn't really have a scent. You ever use lotion at a hospital or soap at a hospital before? That's the only way I can describe it. It's very much given a dermatologist probably tested it and it's approved. You know what I mean? It's very much given a hospital. It's not bad, obviously, because it doesn't really have any scent to it where it's floral or any type of powdery scent. It's just barely there, nothing there almost. And it goes on clear once you rub it in. So let's jump into what my 24-hour experience was like. I'm about to read it from my tablet. And I did share, this is the first time I've ever used a deodorant that did not have any scent to it. Scary stuff, I'm not gonna lie to you. But luckily I did this test when I was at home and wasn't going anywhere, just to be safe. I would hate to be out and about and I smell like onions or something. You know, you have to be safe. You have to be mindful when you're trying a new type of scent sometimes. Anyways, so I got out of the shower. I put on a generous amount when I put on the deodorant. I normally put it like from here to here, so it closes like this. That's normally how I put on the cream deodorant. I did this at 10:26 a.m. It had absolutely no scent when I applied it. I said it gives me hospital lotion. I like the way it feels on my skin. It's smooth. It went on white and then eventually was just visible. It did hold up to it being stain free. I ended up looking at my shirt that I was wearing after the whole day was over. There were not any stains, which I greatly appreciate because a lot of times deodorants normally do leave a stain. At 10:34 a.m. there was no weird tingling or anything, but I'll check back to see how it feels and smells after some time. At 12:24 p.m. I breathed deep into my armpit. There's still no scent, and I was honestly confused by this because it had been, that would make it 2 hours, and normally around the second hour of me wearing something, it starts settling into my body chemistry and I smell something, but I did not smell anything with this. At 2:06 p.m. I ended up taking a 1 hour nap. Sometimes I sweat in my sleep with being under covers, but when I woke up and breathed into my armpit, I smelled absolutely nothing. I also didn't have any itchiness, which was really good. Sometimes with deodorants, I do have itchiness or like somewhat allergic responses, but with this one, I didn't have any issues. At 4:14 p.m., I smelled absolutely nothing. I'm so glad I didn't put on any lotion higher up on my arms because I feel like I would have been smelling that instead of trying to smell myself. I'm so glad I had the mindset to not put on anything smelling like fruity or scented because that probably would have conflicted with my results. But there's no scent and I haven't been sweating really. And normally by this time of day I would have probably been sweating, but I didn't really feel any sweating at all. So I'm not sure if that's a part of it, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. At 6:16 p.m. I noticed myself have that feeling of sweating where it was feeling a bit like wet and gave my armpit a whiff. I didn't smell anything. Again, bamboozled. Usually I would have smelled something by now since it had been 7 hours. So it was just very interesting where I was just very confused by the whole experience because this is unscented. Unscented!
So I'm very confused about why I'm not smelling anything.
Now, 11:39 p.m., I took my time to smell both armpits. My right armpit smells completely like nothing. However, my left armpit had a subtle scent of sweat, but I had to put my whole face in my armpit, though, to really smell something. Like, I really had to deep breathe in there, okay? But I did smell a bit of sweat scent. It was very subtle though. I started wondering if I was going to last through the whole night of me not being sweating because I do normally sweat in my sleep. I also started wondering, did I put on enough under this arm? And I feel like I did because normally when I do these tests, I will be in the mirror making sure. So I don't know. At 2:20 a.m. So my right armpit is good, but my left armpit is again subtly having that sweat smell. Very light, not strong or naturally noticeable unless I put my face all the way in my armpit. Nodor is still getting the job done for the most part. So it's doing an okay job so far. So then the next day, 11:04 a.m., I went to bed really late that night. And I woke up at 11:04 a.m. I said, I just got up. My left armpit smells sweaty, but my right armpit doesn't. I was very much sweating under my left armpit, but for whatever reason, I was sweating under my right armpit, but I couldn't really smell anything under the right versus the left. I feel like I've done other reviews where I had this same issue. So maybe my sweat glands under my left is just way more stronger or something. I don't know. So collectively speaking, I would say that Nodor probably did okay with me for both armpits for about 11 hours. I would say more than that, but because I had that subtle sweat smell, I'm not gonna say, oh, completely 24 hours safe. That's just my main thought. A part of me does wonder, well, I guess it wouldn't be odor blocking because I know some people, and I've done it too, where it's like I will be out and about throughout my day, put on deodorant first thing in the morning, and then maybe at the 7-hour period, I may freshen up if I know I'm still gonna be out, and I may put on another layer of deodorant, but it's normally just a scent to cover it up at that point, unless like you use a wipe or something. Now I feel like you couldn't just layer this back on if you already smell it scent. You would have to wash. overall, for an unscented, like if you're a person that has a sensitive nose or something, I won't say it's 24-hour. I cannot honestly say that just from my experience. I cannot say it's a 24-hour one, but I will say it did a decent job for my first experience using an unscented odor blocker deodorant. I've never experienced that before. I'm always very questionable about using deodorants that don't have any type of scent, but this one was decent. If you're a person that sweats a lot, I feel like potentially not the one. Like, if you're a person that is going to be at the gym and don't have time for a shower, I don't know if this would be ideal if you're doing a lot of cardio. If you're having a regular everyday and you want something that's very simple, don't have no scents, you could try it out. I will be coming back and trying this out on a hot summer day, and we're going to see what that's like. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to probably have a backup or something just in case, because again, I'm always concerned about my scent or whatever. Like, I just don't want to be in a situation where I'm smelling myself or other people are smelling me. What would I rate this? As a deodorant, 8 out of 10. As a deodorant, I'll give it 8 out of 10. But for 24 hours, 6 out of 10. That's just my personal thought process about it. I do feel like it just really depends on the person, because for me, I do sweat a lot normally. I will say with this one, I don't think I felt like I didn't feel sweaty until much later in the day. And it had already been 7-8 hours that had passed, which to me is decent. I like the scents. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the scents because for some reason, when I can smell a scent on me, it makes me feel comfortable. This is unscented. This is great for anybody who has a sensitive nose, anybody who doesn't like their deodorant getting in their clothes, that scent getting on their whatever they're wearing. If you want something very simple, something light, I feel like this could be something that you try. It is cream, it doesn't stain, aluminum free, but again, if you're wearing this when you're going to be out in the sun and you're going to have your armpits out and stuff, I would say be very mindful of that, because you don't want to get any burns or anything, because it says it has possibility of skin sensitivity to the sun and potential sunburn. Just be mindful of that. Again, I am going to come back and try this some more. This is just my first initial review of this product, so we'll see how it hangs out or how it affects me later, because again, we're going to keep on trying it and see if it's really worth the buy. Once again, thank you to Nodor for sending this to me to try. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Have you guys ever tried an unscented deodorant? What are your thoughts about them? Do you prefer to have scents in your deodorant, or are you okay with them being unscented? Have you heard of this brand before? It is on Amazon. Link down below in the description box. Let me know. I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Stay blessed, stay positive. Bye.